Hello and welcome to the Bruh Association podcast. This is our first episode. I'm Zach.
I'm Sean.
I am Jack.
I'm Gabe.
And today we will be doing a pop culture showdown.
Oh boy.
What this is it's a
weird
tournament bracket where we're going to be matching up various pop culture characters and making them fight to the death in our brains.
Oh, geez.
Two pop culture
That sounds rather violent.
and one pop culture person comes out.
Pop culture in quotes.
Yes, that is how fights work, Sean.
The pop culture dome,
It's like the
Yes.
Thunderdome.
Except with stuff.
except Mimir.
Okay,
Yes.
so let's get into the first matchup.
All right, what do we got?
Right.
Our first matchup is Wreck-It Ralph
Oh my
versus,
god.
versus Baymax.
Baymax, like from Big.
Baymax from Big Hero 6.
Well, Wreck-It Ralph for one thing can wreck it. So
Wreck-It Ralph
Yeah.
is trapped inside of a television.
Let's assume that Baymax is laported into Wreck-It Ralph, just for the
Okay,
fairness of the
sure.
fight.
Yeah,
well,
that would
remember
make it more
Baymax
fair.
also learned karate in that montage. So I mean, he's
I've
probably
never watched Big Hero 6 before, so I know.
You could look up a picture of him.
I know
Send
what he
one.
looks like. He's like this marshmallow thing, but I
He's
don't
a
know
big
what he
lad.
does.
Well, he gets armor and stuff too. Eventually.
Yeah, he has armor too, and he can fly. So that's another thing.
Yeah, I think Ralph is definitely at a disadvantage on this one. To be honest,
Ralph is just like not as good Hulk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He's just hot.
Plus, I mean,
I'm
Plus,
strong.
even if we talked realistically and Wreck-It Ralph came out of his TV, he'd be like the size of an ant. So
Yeah.
it's like
Although
according-
even if we were
according to the
scaling
thing, they're
up for
actually
fight
little-
purposes,
they're
there's
actually
not
little-
any real ability that
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ralph has.
other than, like
Yeah,
other than-
Baymax can fly, and he has armor and whatever.
Yeah, I'm thinking Baymax 100%.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'd have to agree.
That first matchup, Baymax is the reigning champion.
Baymax moves on.
He's not the champion. Isn't won the whole thing yet.
I know. I mean, like of that fight.
Yeah. Okay.
He's so far the champion.
Yeah. He's the first winner. All right. Who do we got next?
Our next matchup is Link versus Mario.
Oh, jeez.
We could easily decide this by just playing Smash. So I don't see what the, what the problem
Well,
is here.
that
Probably Link.
Who's playing who?
It's kind of tricky because
Well, Mario's just, if we're talking about Mario skill wise, he's just like a jumpy boy unless he gets a flower or a mushroom. But Link,
yeah,
actually,
the power ups. Think about the power ups.
Are we
Yeah,
talking
sure.
about-
Mario has like an
Odyssey
invincible
Mario?
star.
yeah, but
but-
you're talking about Link with the
all of
Master Sword,
Link's like
the Hyrule Shield. Like he's definitely
Link
all of
carries
Link's
everything in
equipment.
his pockets.
yeah. Link,
Mario has to actually find mushrooms.
no, but Link, that means I mean, for all in his pockets, he just has immense leg strength. I mean, could you imagine those quads, bro? Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But also it would depend because like Mario kill Link by jumping on his head.
Well,
yeah.
Link could easily do like a combo sword attack, right?
Yeah, because okay, well, sure
or
he
ranged
could,
attacks.
but how would he ever land a hit? If
Link would obviously be a boss fight, but
because if we're
here's
talking about Breath of the Wild, Link, he totally destroys Mario.
I think we
If
should
we're-
talk about Breath of the Wild Link because that's the most widely known and pretty much the most widely played one. I think we can agree.
Yeah, and the newest
Yeah.
one as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Admittedly,
Well-
I have not
well, not the
played
new-
Breath of the Wild.
But you know
Odyssey
enough
Mario
about it
can like
to like
But I mean, yeah. So like, but if Link is a boss fight in this scenario, that means that Mario has to jump on his head at least 3 different times, while Link only has to hit Mario twice, right?
or ground
So
pound twice.
yeah,
I think Link definitely wins this.
yeah, I'd have to agree.
Also,
Even
I
if
think
Mario has an invincible star, it's only for a limited amount of time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
so that seems fair.
All right.
So Link is the
next
one. Is the one going on in that. Our next fight is a somewhat comedic one.
All right.
We've got Peter Griffin versus Minecraft Steve.
Oh,
Oh no!
I I never watched Family Guy. I only watched.
I know
like,
that he has a weakness to rice cakes. That's all I know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Peter Griffin.
Yeah, definitely.
His main weakness is rice cakes, and there aren't actually rice cakes in Minecraft, unfortunately.
And I
This
mean,
is true.
Yeah.
but here's the thing: is that
There are
Minecraft
cakes
Steve
though.
can
There are
literally
normal
craft-
cakes.
Minecraft Steve can craft armor and weapons and enchant that shit like fucking crazy. So I mean,
Yeah, if we're assuming that all of our characters are going into battle fully equipped with like all of their weapons,
like,
Peter
Baymax has
Griffin
his-
stands no chance.
Baymax
Yeah.
has his armor, Link has his swords and shield. I mean, yeah. So it seems pretty likely that what am I trying to say here? You know, he would win. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
Even then,
fat guy versus someone who's slayed a dragon.
Versus
in a
an
basic
absolute
form,
block.
in a basic form, Minecraft Steve is still more powerful because he could
Yeah.
like punch trees.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he can
That's
literally
true.
break
He's pretty
trees by
strong.
punching them.
Yeah.
I think Steve wins this for sure.
Then
Yeah.
again, what if Peter Griffin like balled himself up and rolled at Steve?
Okay, I think that's
He'd be too slow.
that-
And he would
not
do like
something that
half a heart of damage and be right in front of him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So I think Minecraft Steve obviously would
Yeah.
take the
that
ball.
would
100%.
say only just do it, and then he would be fine. So I mean,
Um, our next matchup is Deadpool versus the Terminator.
Oh
okay, well,
dang!
here's the
That's a-
thing. Here's the thing. The Terminator can actually die. The Deadpool cannot. So,
Yeah, but the Terminator
Dead-
is so difficult to kill.
but I mean, you know, Deadpool would just like make a bunch of jokes and then kill him like easily. Like that's
Okay,
what
well, Sean, you have to. Sure, Deadpool has never died before, but that doesn't mean that he can't die. I'm sure in the comics, he's died at least a few times, and
Yeah, but
Terminator only died because he's the villain. They both have extremely powerful regeneration abilities.
So I think well, no, because
Yeah.
if you're thinking T1000, then that's a completely different story. But if we're talking about Arnold, the Terminator, then not like I'm pretty sure.
But even Arnold, if you look in if you've watched the first movie,
Yeah, I
it
guess-
takes so much to kill him.
it takes like
At
what,
the end, they only kill him with the crusher thing, right?
yeah, and even then, remember like the arm bit gets taken, turns into that's kind of irrelevant, but you know, just kind of
Crusher.
I feel like Deadpool's cocky arrogance might make him lose against the calculating Terminator.
yeah. But
Yeah.
what does? Okay, but hold on, what does Deadpool have? He has swords, guns, and immortalities. The Terminator is a robot with guns and strength. So I mean,
Not any guns. Laser
Terminator-
guns.
Terminator didn't have laser guns. Remember, he had to buy them from the gun store, and then he killed that person. That
Oh
was
yeah,
the-
never mind.
So-
I'm thinking of
same,
yeah.
I think that if the Terminator was like a bounty hunter and he was hunting Deadpool without his knowledge, I think he might win.
So you're literally talking about Cable right now, like
But
from
Hey.
Deadpool 2.
I think that if they were in like an open field or like an open battlefield, I think Deadpool would probably win.
Yeah,
Yeah, Deadpool.
the Terminator kind of relies on sneak attacks a lot of the times. So or, like
Yeah.
not like people think they're safe, but he can just barge into anywhere. So I think as long as Deadpool knows he's coming, Deadpool has an advantage.
Also, I think Deadpool has just more experience in general.
True.
I
Oh,
agree.
the man of the
welcome.
hour,
Matt is
The-
here. He
Yeah.
is,
the late man, Matt.
ladies and gentlemen, he is always late.
Everyone,
Okay.
this is Matt. He is our fifth host, and
He's late.
he's frequently late.
Yeah.
So
make
that is
jokes
our
about it.
Matt, we're already like several brackets into this thing, so just follow along, I guess.
Yeah.
So do we agree that Deadpool wins against Terminator?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. No, who's next?
Our next matchup is Gandalf versus Buddha.
Yeah, no, Buddha, like, the guy from Buddhism.
Yes.
Yoda.
The guy
Yoda.
from
Oh,
I didn't
Yoda. You cut
Think
out.
cut- Yeah,
I
you
think I said Buddha.
I was
Yeah,
like,
you cut out.
why?
Did not say Buddha.
Gandalf versus Buddha.
Okay, well, Yoda for sure. I mean, there's Gandalf
I
is
don't-
cool, and all, but Yoda is a freaking Jedi, bro.
I don't really agree because if
Well-
you look at Gandalf slayed demon, and then he died, and then he came back to life. I don't
that
know
was
if
only because he got like some weirdo New Game Plus thing where they both hit
Yeah,
the ground at the same
that's-
time.
Yeah, that's because he got one up earlier in the game. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly,
Okay. Hold on. Let's
Yeah,
think
if you
about
press
this. Though.
down and hold
which
Yoda-
Gandalf
LR.
are we talking about?
He did a
Gandalf the
soft
White or Gandalf the Gray?
he auto saved and did a soft reset.
Let's
be
let's
honest.
just give him Gandalf the White, right?
Okay.
Yoda is
Because then he
the-
has is less like because if he's Gandalf the Gray, he has like an extra life, pretty much.
Yeah, but Yoda
Mhm.
could easily slay him twice. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, this man has like a laser sword. Gandalf doesn't even necessarily have telekinesis. Obviously, he has magic, but like Yoda actually has telekinesis.
I feel-
Yoda can read his mind essentially, knowing what his next move is. I mean, Yoda has the advantage in almost every battle scenario here.
I feel like
Then again, I'm
it
not
all
exa-
just comes down to who can like say the spell first or who can move their hands first because they can both just instantly kill anybody if they
That's
want to.
If they do
You
things
know what's
right.
really funny?
You just
You know what's
just
funny?
Yoda can just like crush his lungs and then he dies, and then Gandalf can just like say die and then he dies.
You
I
know
think
what's funny, though, is that-
Gandalf has slayed things much more powerful than Yoda, though.
yeah, I
well, the-
agree.
I think Yoda could take on the Balrog for sure.
The only reason Yoda hasn't slayed that many things is because he's
everybody
he
knows not to
protects the
fuck with
peace. He's a Jedi. He's
Yeah,
not supposed to kill things.
yeah, because
So-
that argument for Jedi always holds
But
up. Dave.
I think I'm gonna have to go with Gandalf just because
Just
of how. Yeah, I'd say Gandalf.
just looked up Gandalf powers, and it says Gandalf powers magic.
Wow.
Like,
Magic.
great, thanks.
Well, if they
Thanks,
don't
Google.
need to be any more descriptive,
Wow, I
that probably
didn't
means
know
there's
that.
a lot of power there.
Okay, so who all is in favor of Gandalf?
Definitely Gandalf.
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 I feel like
Okay, I'm-
Gandalf would win.
I'm not going to be on the losing side here. Gandalf it is. It's just,
Yeah,
it's just like it's just
That's like
like
me watching a sports game.
Yeah, same.
yeah. Yeah, except you watch curling.
Gabe doesn't watch.
I don't watch that much curling. Curling
You
is
want-
very
You watch a lot of
infrequent.
curling.
Okay,
Eddie-
enough about curling. What's the next matchup?
Okay. The next matchup is one that I think is slightly unfair.
Okay.
It's Wolverine versus Lara Croft.
Wolverine,
unfair.
obviously.
Instantly Wolverine. Lara
Yes.
Croft-
Yeah,
That's
I
very
think that was
unfair.
a slight mistake
Lara
putting
Croft
that.
has guns and boobs, and that's it. Honestly,
Yeah.
It's kind of sexist of you, Sean.
am I
is that
wrong?
not
Does
true?
She not? Does she not?
Yeah, I
have
guess
those
that is
two
true.
things? Yeah, props to her.
How is that?
That is sexist. No, it.
I think I
whatever.
should have
She
probably
is a
paired her
female.
with a less powerful hero.
Maybe
Yeah,
Peter
okay.
Griffin.
You gotta weed out.
Yeah, why did you waste Peter Griffin on Minecraft Steve?
You got.
Peter Griffin could soak up all the bullets from a Lara
Okay,
Croft.
who won?
We
Who won
have to weed out all the weak ones first. You know, that's what
Okay,
we
this
do.
is-
Steve
in
won.
Peter Griffin versus Minecraft?
Well, Steve, of course.
Next bracket. Let's go.
Okay, our next matchup is another slightly comedic one. One of these characters, or actually two of these characters, both of these characters were recommended by Gabe.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
We have Big Chungus versus Mr. Clean.
Oh boy. See, here's the thing: is that
Hmm.
I've never been a fan of Big Chungus, as you guys know.
Sean, we know
And
your
so I-
opinion.
so that-
But
So
just
we
because you're
don't
not a
like it,
fan of
it's
him
just-
doesn't mean you can't give him a chance.
No, I'm not saying I won't give him a chance, but the stuff that I do know about him makes me think he could definitely beat Mr. Clean.
He has come back from the dead as a meme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
He's very powerful.
think about Mr. Clean. He's got soap powers.
Okay,
I
Big
think that-
Chungus
He does
has shown that
magical
he can
creature.
absorb air to enlarge himself.
Big Chungus
Okay,
literally
so-
murders people in some of the indie games he's in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true,
and
actually.
Big Chungus for Into the Depths.
Well, you
Exactly.
guys are thinking that Mr. Clean doesn't stand a chance because Big Chungus can just enlarge himself and crush Mr. Clean.
Not that,
How
that's
does that
not the
work, though?
only answer. Big Chungus also carries a knife on him in I forgot what it's
Has
called.
sharp rabbit teeth.
In the one where he like sneaks up on the guy in the barn and stabs him, and, like
Exactly.
that's the game.
I think Big Chungus wins here by a landslide. Who agrees with me?
I'd
I
have to
agree.
agree. Big
What if
Chunk.
the-
I mean,
the
Mr.
mega
Clean is
thick
like a muscular
Mr.
guy.
Clean would
But he
eat
stands no chance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta vote him all white.
yeah. We need to end the white supremacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big
Anyway,
Chungus.
so
Okay.
if we agree on Big Chungus,
Chungus, I guess then.
Zach is not happy with this.
It's not that I'm not happy. I just don't think he would win by a landslide.
I think
Okay,
I think he's just a rabbit. I think.
I think he
Mr.
would.
but
No, he's a
huge.
big rabbit.
It's humongous Chungus.
Okay,
Yes.
but Mr. Clean is thick.
That's
No, he's
kinda-
not.
He kind of is.
He's not thick.
No.
He's muscular. That's different.
Yeah.
Chonky.
There's a difference. Big Chungus is thick.
Big Chungus is
You
thick.
can be thick but muscular.
What is this conversation? Anyway,
Okay, next bracket. We're getting
Next bracket.
sidetracked once again.
Okay, so Big Chungus won that one. And for our next bracket, we have Dash from The Incredibles
oh boy.
Ah,
versus thinking we should add a number to this because I feel like Dash could beat one of them, but maybe not multiple.
Okay, what is
So just keep that in mind. The other opponent is a gremlin.
from the Gremlins movie?
So
Well, if
let's
it's, even if it's all of the Gremlins that show up in that movie, like literally a whole theater's worth, I still think Dash would win.
but what's his
I've
power?
never-
He's just fast.
Exactly. The Flash is fast, but he can fuck people up. Am I right?
He's
Yeah.
fast, but the gremlins could just like eat him.
No, but
no, because he's too
they
fast.
can't eat him if they like. It's that meme. You can't abort what you can't catch. You know, it's like
Dash is just a fast kid. I think he would if there was.
he's not just a fast kid. He literally like runs fast enough to like walk. on
I'd say if
water.
he was overwhelmed by gremlins, he would lose.
Yeah,
No,
But
Yeah.
how many gremlins are there? Because if there's just one gremlin,
The movie
Dash
theater is
wins.
full, so I'd say about maybe 40-ish. From what I saw in the movie, I'd say about 40.
Okay, 40 gremlins versus Dash.
I still
It
think
also depends on
Dash
how big the
moves.
battle arena is.
He's
well, if it's just an
fast
open
kid,
lane like
though.
we laid out
He's
for Deadpool and Terminator, I think Dash would still definitely because
So
gremlins have to get up on things, you know.
Oh,
But
but I
his powers don't-
feel like
Jurassic Park 2, there's like a bunch of little green dinosaurs, and they just like completely cannibalize the guy.
see that's what I'm
It's
thinking.
not-
I'm
it's
thinking
not cannibalism if it's a different species.
Shut up, I know, I used the wrong word.
whenever Dash goes to like attack one of the gremlins, right, after all, he can't just run from them.
Yeah.
When he goes to attack them, they'll all jump on him. And
Yeah.
once they jump on him, they latch on.
But he's okay, guys. But he's a superhero. Gremlins are just annoying. Like,
Oh, but gremlins, you see how sharp of teeth they have.
yeah, you see how
I'd
fast
say that gremlins
you
win.
literally punch them all to death instant. Like
I think
one of
the
them got-
gremlins win.
one of
Yeah,
them died.
gremlins win.
I don't.
Gremlins definitely.
That is
Okay,
just
that's 3 against
okay. But who
I don't
would win?
know. Jack
The-
hasn't voted.
Okay, who would win? The Flash. or
Jack's
Gremlins?
absent for a while.
Jack's-
So that's 3 against 1.
Yeah, but
Dash's
no,
powers
hold
would not be useful for defeating an enemy. He
Who
can
would
just
win? The
escape them.
Flash. Who would win? The Flash or Gremlins? though?
It's not the Flash, it's a little kid who
I know.
runs fast.
Yeah, but the Flash is just a guy that runs fast. and by
Sean,
your logic,
Sean,
But he's an adult
Sean.
at least.
Majority rules, the gremlins win. Let's move on.
It's a little kid, they could eat him faster. Gremlins win.
True.
they can't catch him. Anyway, just move on.
They
Okay.
could ambush him.
Our next matchup also includes a character from The Incredibles. It's Mr. Incredible versus RoboCop.
Are we talking about like original RoboCop or new?
It's original RoboCop.
I haven't seen that one actually. So
I've
if
never
you want a
seen any
brief, if you
RoboCop.
want a brief synopsis,
I mean, I know
RoboCop
he's-
basically gets he's a normal cop, and then he gets
mutilated and all that.
gets
saved.
shot like a million times by this gang, and then he becomes like part robot, part human, and he becomes
Yeah.
pretty much unkillable.
Yeah, I've seen I've seen the newer movie. I understand what happens to him. I'm just saying I don't know if he has different powers in the original movie than he does in it. So
Doesn't really have any powers. He just he's really strong, and
he's got like guns and lasers, right?
he's got like guns and whatever.
Okay, well
I
then
feel
I think he
what?
would win because
Yeah,
Mr. Incredible's powers are like they have you
It's
have
kind
to
of
be
like the same argument
hand
for Wreck-It
to hand
Ralph.
combat.
yeah. Like he's
I
strong, but like
It's
if
actually
RoboCop just shoots him, then he
it's
dies.
actually like, yeah, it's a pretty similar matchup to Baymax's Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah,
I'd have to agree. I'd
Yeah.
say that a RoboCop wins just because Mr. Incredible's powers are mainly just like strength based. He doesn't have any guns or
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you just
And even if he did get
God.
close to RoboCop also has incredible strength and resilience.
yeah, but he's not as strong as Mr. Incredible.
Sure,
Yeah.
he can't launch
Mr.
Mr. Incredible across the ground, but
Even if
he
Mr.
can
Incredible
take a
punches,
few
Incredible
punches.
would
yeah,
win
if
in
Mr.
hand-to-hand
Incredible
combat,
punches
but
punches
it's not
RoboCop,
necessarily
RoboCop is made of
hand-to-hand.
metal, so I'm pretty sure he could take it.
Well, yeah, I'd say that RoboCop wins.
Yeah.
Okay, our next matchup is Iron Man versus the Alien from Aliens.
Iron Man,
That's yeah, Iron Man for sure.
definitely. Iron Man has lasers.
Iron
though.
Man is
Yeah, but
unstoppable.
The aliens can
about
be
it.
killed by just literal like M16s. Like they have that in the second Aliens movie. It's not that hard.
Yeah, but the aliens like
Sounds like Iron
their
Man.
blood is acid. It could possibly corrode the metal on his sword.
Iron Man's
If they're-
HUD
he
will
would've already
locate
won that
every
battle.
single alien in the immediate area, and he'll just shoot homing missiles and kill them instantly.
Zach, here's the
No
thing, is that
contest.
even if he has acid blood, it doesn't matter because by the time he's bleeding, he's dead. Like how is that?
Yeah.
He would have already lost.
Yeah.
Okay,
Blood really has no
so
in this.
I think that's fair. So
Yeah.
Iron Man goes on to the next round.
Yeah.
Our next matchup is another slightly comedic one.
All right.
We've got
Yes.
Homer Simpson
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
versus Snorlax Pokemon.
Snorlax.
Uh,
Snorlax has powers, you know.
Yeah,
He
Homer
can
does
just
not
sleep.
have
He can just sleep
powers.
and get stronger.
Um, it's true, but Snorlax is like known for sleeping. So what if he
Snorlax-
just sleeps during the battle?
No, but Snorlax has
Homer's not
dedicated
necessarily-
attacks. Plus, Snorlax
He's
when
not
he's
known for
asleep
his
cannot be
strength either.
damaged that much because he just regenerates when he's asleep. Or, like, if we're talking about video game Snorlax, then like Homer Simpson, anything Homer Simpson could do to him would like be regenerated the next round. Like I don't think there's any chance.
yeah, I'd have to say
Homer
Snorlax.
definitely.
Once he wakes
Homer
up,
cannot
then
do anything to him.
Yeah. Homer once Snorlax wakes up, you know, he has like I said before, designated attacks that he can actually use. Homer is just a guy.
Homer's just the guy.
Snorlax could just roll on him.
Exactly.
That's my new motto.
Just
Homer's
roll
just a
on him.
guy.
Oh, Homer's just a guy.
Homer's just a guy.
Okay, so Snorlax goes on to the next round.
I can't wait for Snorlax to fight Iron Man.
Oh God.
Next matchup is one that Gabe was very excited for.
All right.
It's Optimus Prime versus the T-Rex from Jurassic Park.
Optimus Prime. He's a robot with a sword and lasers and gun, and he turns
Yeah.
into a truck.
Yeah, robot
Yeah.
could not.
Robot
Definitely
eats
Optimus
T-Rex. Like
I
even though the
agree.
T-Rex is bigger, like Optimus is still a pretty big Autobot and could easily like defeat
Yeah,
it.
Optimus is like the strongest Autobot with the most experience.
Anything with
Exactly.
projectiles is going to win against
Against the
something like
T-Rex.
that because
Yeah.
Because the T-Rex is just flesh. I mean,
Yeah, honestly, the only advantage T-Rex
Just
has is
die,
being
really.
slightly fast and it has teeth. Like Optimus wins in a landslide there.
our next mashup is one that I think will be a definite argument. It is Sauron versus Thanos. And
Thanos.
keep in mind, this Sauron is the physical entity Sauron
Oh,
with
the armor one?
with the
With
ring.
the ring.
With the ring. Okay, well in that case, no.
Ring that controls them all.
Are we talking about Thanos with or without Infinity Gauntlet powers?
With Infinity Gauntlet and all 6 gems.
Well, then Thanos easily. He can do anything.
See,
But
that's where I
Sauron can-
Sauron doesn't go for the head, which I doubt he will because he hasn't seen the movie. Then, like,
Sauron doesn't have to go for the head. He can instantly control Thanos and make him kill himself.
that's not
yeah, Sauron.
that necessarily true. I mean, I don't know the full extent of the powers of the ring, other than like a bunch of boys will hunt you for it, and also throw it in a volcano.
Also, you can
Okay,
go
but, like,
invisible.
Yeah, you can turn
You're a
Sauron,
hobbit.
and
He
you'll
can, he can
become
turn
Sauron loses
invisible.
the ring
you'll
when
become a
his
crazy
fingers
little
are
shifty
cut off,
bastard
right?
too.
What type of
I'd like to imagine that if you go invisible with the ring, even if you have the Infinity Gauntlet, like you have no idea where they are,
Yeah, but no,
right?
you can just use the Reality Stone to change the fact that the ring doesn't do that.
The Reality Stone doesn't work like that. The
And
Reality Stone
okay, but
changes
hold
your perception of reality. It
no,
does not change actual factual reality.
here's another thing though, is that if we're talking about Thanos with all stones, that includes the Time Stone, meaning from the second that Sauron uses the ring to go invisible, Thanos can just turn it back to when he hasn't done that yet.
This is true.
What
So
about
Thanos
about
with the Power Stone and Time Stone alone could easily defeat him.
I still think that Sauron is just too powerful when he has the ring because,
Well,
like,
isn't
there's
Sauron even
few
more
ways for him to
powerful when
lose
he's
it.
in his non-physical? Because I thought Toweron
No,
was
because he doesn't have the ring then.
he can't do anything. Well, he can like command his armies, but when he's in a tower form, he can't really.
That's another thing is that Sauron's forces are really just beat him with numbers too. Like the orcs aren't powerful alone. Like elves and dwarves have their own
I
like
mean,
special.
the
But
hybrid.
yeah, the Uruk-hai. But if we're talking about just Sauron versus just Thanos, no armies involved, Thanos would win.
I think you're underestimating the powers of the ring.
We're talking about the Infinity Gauntlet. Thanos could snap
Yes,
his
we are.
fingers and make Sauron disappear.
Is that
Yeah.
him losing though? He's just gone.
Yeah, no, he dies when
But
they say
Sauron can
everybody-
take
said he
control of Thanos.
Yeah, well, no, but Thanos also has the Mind Stone, meaning that he can not only reflect Sauron's patterns, like or like ways of controlling his mind, but also control Sauron's mind himself.
Okay,
If
this
both
is
people can control each other, then what happens? They just both
Then they
kill
just
each
keep
other and
fighting
it's
like they would.
draw.
And Thanos
this
would-
might not be significant, but Sauron, his height is 9'2",
Oh, jeez, he's tall.
and
Oh boy.
Sauron, or sorry, Thanos's height is 8'3".
How tall is the Hulk?
Let's see.
Probably around the same height as Thanos.
In comic books, though, Thanos was only 6'7".
And how tall is Hulk? Yeah, but Thanos. We're talking about movie Thanos and movie Sauron, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, how tall is
Is he
movie?
so much taller in the movie?
Hulk is between 7 and 8 feet.
All right. See,
Or
here's the
he's
thing: is that in the movie, Thanos looks like I feel like Thanos looked a little bit smaller than. Obviously, Thanos still beat him in that fist fight. So, I mean, I'm standing with Thanos on this one. No way, just the ring can beat all the different powers in the Infinity Gauntlet. He has reality.
All of the different powers in the Infinity
He has
Gauntlet
this-
matches the powers in the singular
That
ring.
is not
Yeah.
even true. The ring cannot do what the Infinity Gauntlet can. You can't use the ring to go back in time. You cannot use the ring to change reality.
You don't need to.
You can't use the ring to, change someone's soul, or you can't use the ring to send a laser blast with power. Go anywhere
Okay,
that
but
you want to
isn't
instantly.
Sauron basically invincible when he has the ring on? What can Thanos do to get like
Literally
the
use
only
the
reason
power.
they defeated him is because they got rid of the ring. What can Thanos do to get rid of it though?
The Power Stone can shoot out a beam of light and literally cut his entire arm.
Also, Thanos could use the Space Stone to pull the ring off of
Yeah,
Sauron's
he
finger.
could teleport behind Sauron, pull the ring off his finger. Sauron is hopeless. There's
No, he
nothing.
could use the Space Stone like directly on the ring. and
Yeah,
just
that
pull it
too.
off.
So
I hear
therefore,
it.
if he has that ability taken into accounting, and also the fact he can use the Mind Stone to block whatever mind tricks Sauron uses, then Thanos wins this fight. No
Yeah,
matter
I guess
feel
I'd
like-
have to
I
say
feel like-
yeah.
I feel
If
like
he can
giving
get rid of the
Thanos.
ring, then sure.
This is just for later in the bracket. I feel like giving Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet automatically makes him win against the majority of characters of this list.
Well, that's not even necessarily true.
You
because
haven't forgotten
Iron
Big
Man was
Chungus, have
also
you?
in the bracket, and Iron Man beat Thanos in the movie. So a lot of these other people could probably still do the same thing.
Okay, so you just think Sauron.
Wait, so you're saying that
What are you saying?
Sauron with the ring?
Yeah, are you saying he
the
also couldn't beat most of the people on this list? because these are probably the two biggest, highest contenders on this list. So
Exactly. So if he beats
Honestly,
Sauron, he beats everyone else.
no,
Well,
either of
Big
these two
Chungus.
people could easily beat everyone else. But here's the
Big
thing: we're
Chungus.
not talking about later brackets. We're talking about this fight, which Thanos would win,
If he can remove the ring, then I think Thanos would win.
and he can. He
Yeah,
has the
it's great
space.
to mention that.
Yeah.
All right, who votes for Thanos here?
Me.
I guess Thanos has to win.
I vote for Thanos.
Okay, so I guess we're outvoted, or I'm outvoted then.
I will
Yeah.
abstain.
All right, who's
Our next matchup is the Green Ninja from Lego Ninjago.
oh,
This is
boy.
Yeah.
this is Legolas.
versus Legolas?
Legolas is literally my favorite character from Lord of the Rings because he's just epic. I think he would
Yeah,
definitely win.
Legolas. Here's the thing: Green Ninja has some powers, magical powers that Legolas doesn't. But Legolas is just far more skilled than Lloyd. That's all I have
He's
to
just
say.
sick.
Yeah,
But
This
what are we
Legolas
talking about?
definitely has more experience, but I feel like the Green Ninja outclasses him in power and abilities.
Are we
Yeah.
talking about the green, like the early Green Ninja, or the later Green?
Okay, well, obviously, we're not
Probably the
talking about-
later Green Ninja, if
not
we're
Lloyd,
assuming
it's a
everyone's at their
obviously,
best.
it's a fight, yeah. If we're talking about everybody at their best, it's late Green Ninja.
Yeah, because Green Ninja, he could just like stop the arrows before they even hit him,
She's got the tornado.
and he's got
That's-
that really cool like, double
he's got-
siphon.
And also, we can just pull out new powers when the show requires it.
Yeah, exactly. He has plot
Yeah,
armor
yeah.
on the side.
Ninja-
I personally think
Plot armor.
that
Ninjago
Green
is
Ninja would win.
liquid as
Yeah.
water. Green Ninja wins there. Just because he has like magic powers, that's about it.
Yeah.
I'm
if
sorry,
this-
Matt, that your favorite character got killed off.
Physical
Yeah.
one on
I
Legolas
still
would
think
win,
you
but Green Ninja
He
has
would
too
have
many
lost to Big Chungus anyway. It doesn't matter.
powers.
Yeah.
like the fact that he survived all of Lord of the Rings in like the
Yeah,
type of
he's a
combat
character.
because they were
You can't
using
kill off the main
spears and
character.
stuff.
Wait, guys, can you give me one more pop culture character? Because I realized I put one twice.
Um,
Rathalos from Monster Hunter.
Phil,
Okay,
God.
there we go.
Tyranitar. from Pokemon.
Phil Swift.
That's not like a
Vin-
fictional
Vin-
character though.
Vince from Slapchop.
Phil Swift.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh wait,
he'll-
no, I've got one. I've
he'll
got one.
slap a lot of existence, bro. He'll
Okay.
sham wow up their remains too.
Okay, so our next matchup is Mega Man versus Doom Guy.
Great man.
Gabe starts
Versus
hyperventilating.
Doom Guy.
Since
Doom
everybody
Guy.
here is a new viewer,
As
they
in
need
the
to
guy
know
from Doom.
Yeah,
I
need
think
to-
Mega Man would win.
yeah,
Doom
I
Guy.
would have to
He
agree.
has more
honestly,
interesting
Mega
things.
Man
Doom Guy
has-
just
Doom
has
Guy-
guns.
A wide range of powers. So I
Doom
feel
Guy
like
has
he could take on
literally
all stuff.
killed everybody.
All he does
How
is
many?
shoot.
How many? Sean, answer me this: how many different types of weapons, armor, and guns does Doom Guy have?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally,
Guns, and
like,
that's all.
Okay.
12.
Doom Guy has, if we're talking about the ones that you can
Mega
get
Man has at the very least, 88 different types of weapons and powers
But how
adaptable
powerful
to
are
all
Here-
elements
here's-
and
here's the-
situations.
Here's the thing, Gabe, is that Doom Guy not only has 4 or 5 different sets of arms that are used for different situations, but also he has not only the Crucible, but that other crossbow weapon.
BFG.
Yeah, the BFG that can destroy literally anything with
The
one hit.
BFG is
But
literally a
Mega
ball
Man
of
can stop
energy.
time.
Yeah, but
See, I
can
don't know
He
that
can
much about
Mega
literally
Man
stop time before he gets the chance to shoot. Walk
Me-
around behind him, unstop time, and then shoot him in the head. It's no contest.
does
That's
Mega
rigged
Man
from the
does
start.
Mega Man have a gun that can like blast through a planet?
Yeah,
He has a
Mega,
leaf
yeah,
shield.
yeah, because I mean,
He has
Doom
the
Guy
leaf
could
shield.
use-
Yeah, he has the leaf shield.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
the
the
leaf
leaf
shield.
But
This
Doom
is
Guy
why we
could use
shouldn't
the
have put Mega
Crucible
Man
to-
in here, or characters that people really care about.
Yeah,
No,
we
no,
also-
I'm
we also
not
probably
saying that he.
shouldn't have put people in so powerful like Sauron and Thanos either, because we know who's going to win so many of these brackets.
And Big Chungus.
Well, you can't forget about Big Chungus. Yeah.
Yeah, and Big Chungus too. Like he's just too powerful.
I just feel like, I mean, he. Okay, I think Mega Man's main selling point is he has like 3 different ways to stop time.
He has so much versatility.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like,
but
I
hold
think
on. Are we talking
he
about?
has a response to any attack that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: are we talking about each of our characters geared up in a certain way, or with infinite possibilities? Because if we're talking about Iron Man, he has so many different types of armor.
Yeah, that's
for
why
different
Iron Man
situations.
is so unstoppable.
Yeah. So I mean, honestly, Iron Man.
We
even
have to
though
have a certain iteration of a character.
Yeah, because if
No,
it's
well,
the other way,
no.
then Mega Man would only have one suit of armor and one weapon for a certain thing.
Doom guy would be unarmed.
Doom Guy would have his sword. He would have the most powerful weapon he has this because we're talking about each of our
even if we're
characters.
talking about one iteration of Mega Man, he'd have 8 different abilities
And
because
he
in
still
each
has
game
a
he
gun.
can, and he still has a gun.
Yeah, well,
I
Doom
still
Guy
think
can
Mega
wield
Man would win.
a gun
You'd
and
get
a sword.
outvoted
I mean,
anyway. There's 3 of us that are
Yeah.
saying Mega Man would win.
I don't
say
know why I
Mega Man.
even argued this in the first place. There's nothing that could stop Gabe from getting Mega Man to win this battle.
Yeah.
I don't even like Mega Man that much. Just kind of cool, but he would win.
Okay, our next matchup is Freddy Krueger versus Tarzan.
Tarzan, Freddy Krueger, because Tarzan has no weapons. I mean,
Yeah.
What about mopping?
Swing,
I am
swing,
monk.
or I'm evil and I stab you. Like,
But are we talking about like a physical Freddy Krueger, like or the dream powered?
Dream World one. I think
Krueger.
we should probably be talking physical, right?
yeah.
Either way,
We're
it
talking
would
about a guy.
physically win.
Freddy Krueger isn't as
Well,
good.
Will beat Tarzan.
He still has knife fingers, though. Or,
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
yeah. Freddy Krueger alone.
And also,
just-
like, remember
just
when his
because
head
of the-
got cut off and he still came back to life?
just because he has.
But that was in a dream,
actual-
though, right?
That was the
yeah,
dream?
but just because he has actual weapons, he automatically beats Tarzan because Tarzan is just a monkey guy.
No, what about what about Freddy versus Jason? Was that a dream?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because
That's not
remember,
good,
Jason
like,
cuts his head off, but then he just comes back to life anyways.
I've actually never seen that movie.
Yeah.
But I'll trust your judgment.
Anyway,
I don't think much judgment's needed either way because
Tarzan
it's
doesn't-
Tarzan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tarzan dies
Oh,
because he doesn't have any weapons.
yeah.
Yes.
Next matchup is Darth Vader versus
Okay.
Juggernaut. The X-Men.
Juggernaut. Darth Vader. He
Darth
has
Vader.
the Force.
He has a
Yeah.
lightsaber and the
He can
force.
just crush
Yeah.
Juggernaut's armor.
I agree. Even though
Okay.
Juggernaut's
easy,
pretty
yeah.
powerful.
It's unanimous. Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
And also, Darth
Yeah.
Vader has. I'm assuming that we're not using any like moral setbacks, right? Like Optimus would never hurt a human, but since it's a death battle, it doesn't really matter, right?
It's a T-Rex.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And
this
like,
It was a T-Rex.
next
It was a T-Rex.
next battle is kind of like Mega Man. If we were to use that analogy,
wait,
where
Right, what?
like Gabe has his Mega
the
Man, and this is
the
like
multi-
my Mega Man.
oh,
That's the
okay.
one. And like Matt has his Legolas.
Maybe.
This one is Batman versus the Master Chief.
Oh,
The
Halo.
That one. I mean,
That is
Batman
Definite.
does- okay, but here's the thing: Batman doesn't use guns, and Master Chief has a lot of different guns that
Okay,
we could
yeah,
be
you can-
hypothetically use.
I think then he would win.
Yeah, you
Well,
would
Well,
have
argument-
a-
Batman's armor is
sword and
bullet
hand-to-hand
resistant,
combat.
but
Yeah, because
Batman's greatest strength is his stealth.
Yeah, his,
Yeah, which is
so
if we're
very useful in a
if we're
combat
talking about
situation.
the open plane battles,
Yeah.
like we've been talking, like it's an open field and it's just them, Batman would lose. easily.
Yeah, yeah,
By
Master
far,
Chief.
yeah.
Dash
definitely.
again. Dash doesn't have like combat.
Yeah, he's
can
just a
just run
fast
away.
small child.
Yeah.
Also,
And if-
Master Chief has an energy sword
Exactly. If he's the
Yeah,
plasma
exactly.
sword, then Batman doesn't stand a chance.
and
Yeah.
a gravity hammer, which are both like very powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he like didn't have those, we'd still beat him with like 5 million different types of guns.
He's also an augmented human. Like Batman is just a guy, right? So, but
Yeah.
Master Chief has like, augments. Batman is just a guy. Add that one to your
Homer Simpson is just a guy. Batman is just a guy.
Our next matchup is Harry Potter versus Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul. Harry Potter's just a kid.
I'd say Harry Potter.
But what about late Harry
yeah, I'd
Potter
say
though?
Harry Potter.
The late Harry Potter is
Harry
got
Potter-
the
immensely
he's got the
powerful.
death spell.
Harry Potter's a horny bitch. That's all I have to say.
But he's got the death
still
spell
win.
thing, so he can just
But
like
Darth Maul has
kill
the
him.
Force.
That
The
moment
lightsaber.
when a
That's
Star
the
Wars
book.
character is losing, Sean.
It's
Sean.
true. He
Yes,
has a
Force.
lightsaber and telekinesis.
But just because he has a lightsaber doesn't mean anything. Harry
Yeah.
Potter could just use like the death spell on him.
Yeah, Harry Potter, no contest.
Harry Potter is using his
Darth
wand.
Maul is probably like one of the least powerful Sith lords out there.
Also,
But he's still like powerful-ish.
so
I've
Harry
seen the
Potter.
Clone Wars, but still Harry Potter.
Okay,
Harry
but if Harry
Potter also has telekinesis.
if he's using
Yeah.
his wand and he uses the death spell from far away, or I don't know, or whatever. But
What is
obviously,
the range of the
if it's a
Force
distant,
versus
if
the
it's a
range of
distance
Harry
spell,
Potter?
then obviously Harry Potter would win. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What is the range of the Force and what is the range of his
There
death?
is no range of either.
Depending on how
Yeah.
depending on how far depending on how powerful the Jedi is, the range of the Force is there's no range. Like you could do
Yeah,
something.
but he still can't beat him with the Force. Say they start like
I'm not saying that. I'm rooting for Harry Potter if the death spell is a distance spell, because obviously
say they start like 12 feet away. Darth Maul tries to bring him in closer with the Force so he can get him with his lightsaber. Harry Potter just casts a death spell before he even gets there, and Darth Maul dies.
What is
Okay.
Like, it can be
Even if
reflected
Darth
either.
Maul tries to force, Darth Maul does not have Force lightning, and even if he tries to Force choke him, Harry Potter can still just zap him. You know,
Well,
like
does Harry Potter have to say the incantation for the spell to work?
well,
You can
yes,
still
but
say
he-
things when you're
He can
being
just
choked.
force his, he can
Yeah,
just
he
force,
can't say
force
that
his
if
mouth
he's being
closed or force choke him. Yeah. So
Harry
and
Potter.
then by the
Harry
time
Potter.
Harry Potter could get free, he could
Harry
get over
Potter.
and step.
Harry
So
Potter.
actually, Sean may have changed my opinion, but I think
Yeah.
everyone else is saying
If
Harry
The
Potter.
spell,
If he
If
has to
it's
use an
clearly Harry
incantation
Potter.
with his voice, if he has to use an incantation with his voice,
That's
Darth
a good
Maul
point.
literally can block all ways of him speaking, like closing his mouth, choking him, like
I think
forcing
that if he
himself to-
chokes him, then
Well,
yeah, and he can do that instantly. He just has to raise his fist, and there's no way Harry Potter can say the thing fast enough, point the wand, and cast the death spell. So I think Darth
that is
Maul-
actually
Maul.
true, though.
Yeah.
Because
It
Darth
really
Maul could
depends on
just
knowledge,
choke
though.
him,
Because
he could be
there's no
choking
way
him,
Darth Maul
lift him
would
off
know
the ground,
going
pull him
into the
towards him, and
fight.
just.
okay. So have we changed our opinion to Darth Maul?
I think
Yeah,
actually
I
Darth Maul would
I've
win.
put
Yeah.
Darth Maul.
I haven't changed mine.
Only because of the latency of Harry Potter using a spell. If Harry Potter could use the spells on command, there would be no contest.
Without speaking.
But since Darth Maul can use the Force instantaneously, yeah,
Yeah.
he can
Yeah,
Darth
then
Maul
it'll just be
wins.
like
Darth Maul,
a draw
Darth Maul
battle.
doesn't
Like
even have to raise his fist. A lot of Jedi can just choke somebody by looking.
Okay, Darth Maul wins.
Yeah.
Our next matchup is Spider-Man versus Ultron.
Ultra.
Ultron. yeah.
I think Ultron
I don't
wins.
think this is a discussion.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is just a kid, and
This is getting out of
He's
hand.
just a
Now there are
guy.
too many of them.
it shoot
Right.
webs at him. But I mean, like, even if he was in like the Iron Spider suit, I still don't think he would
Ultron
win.
has freaking immense lasers too. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
Guys,
It
guys,
blasts
want
through
to
Spider-Man
hear
pretty
something?
quickly.
Want to hear something scary?
Huh.
Are you ready?
Well,
Picture this: anatomically correct Spider-Man.
Oh no, that's an off-topic. That's an off-topic topic.
that's
Yeah, no,
disgusting.
not right now.
Poor Peter, man.
Okay, so
Okay, let's
that
move
was
on.
pretty unanimous. Ultron win.
Yeah.
Our next battle is Magneto versus Ridley from
Versus
Smash.
who?
Ridley
Ridley's
from
not
Smash.
He's not from Smash.
Yeah,
Whatever.
He's from
I don't know.
Metroid.
In Smash, I have no idea who he is.
Definitely
It was
Magneto.
just requested.
Magneto
Yeah.
has freaking magnet.
Yeah, Magneto completely overpowers him. Like sure, Ridley's like big space dragon with fire and giant, but I mean it's like
It's
Magneto.
Magneto.
Okay,
He can
Yeah.
He's got a
make any
tail made of metal.
That's deadly.
Okay, another fairly unanimous matchup there.
Yeah.
Next one is Shrek versus Waluigi.
Waluigi.
Waluigi for
Yeah,
sure.
Waluigi.
Like
I
in
do
a
even
serious
what exact
and memes
powers
context.
does Waluigi have?
Yeah, what
Tennis.
exact power does he have?
We're
Tennis.
supposing it's the
How does
same
he
power
use
as
it against
Mario,
Shrek,
right?
though?
Because
Tennis.
cousins. Like Waluigi.
I mean, knowing
Luigi,
Waluigi, he's
Wario,
probably rigged the match from the start. So
Yeah.
Shrek is like,
It's Waluigi.
I mean, it's. I feel like Waluigi has been in more.
He's been in more conflicts and fights.
What if
Yeah,
Shrek
and also
is
he's
just
better at
better than the
dancing.
swamp than you
But
would?
Shrek can just crush him, though.
No,
He's
because
not that
Waluigi has a
strong.
tennis
Waluigi
racket.
is a full.
Yeah,
Waluigi's
Shrek is
a
like
full-grown-
haha ogre, but Waluigi has had his like back broken in on that one torture
has an
machine in that
onion
one
arm.
dance pad game, and he didn't die. So I think
Yeah.
Have his
Waluigi.
onion arm?
Okay, so Waluigi is just very, very strong.
He's
He
he's
is
not
the
strong. He's
O-
just really resilient,
He's the O fucking G, and he's
and also
he's
he can
shifty.
play tennis.
Okay,
Yeah, he's
so
really good at
Waluigi,
tennis.
it looks
How
like
does he
Waluigi
defeat
wins.
Shrek.
He's plus he's also more agile than Shrek. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, yeah.
How did he physically defeat Shrek, though?
Beat him over the
Choke
head
him.
with a tennis racket.
yeah.
Exactly. What does Shrek have, huh? All right, next bracket.
He's big.
Okay,
Next bracket.
next bracket is Neo from the Matrix versus
Oh, yeah.
the Predator.
Neo for sure.
Neo.
Isn't Neo
Yes, I
in
definitely
Vincent?
think Neo.
If it's on an open field battle, the only advantages the Predator really has is being able to turn invisible and having the cover of the jungle. So like
Even if
So,
even if he
we're
turns,
assuming that
even if he goes
the
invisible,
battle
Neo,
is in the Matrix, right?
yeah, because if
Oh,
it
then
wasn't in the Matrix, Neo would just be a normal person.
Yeah.
because
If it's in
the-
the Matrix, Neo wins this whole. He beats Thanos.
okay,
Yeah, 'cause
that's
Neo
not
just can't
necessarily
die.
true. That's not
Well,
necessarily true. You
we'll
die in
see.
Matrix, you die in real life.
He can't
Let's
die in the
use-
Matrix, or he
Let's
can
use
die in the
semi-ideal
Matrix.
conditions.
I know, but like
just
he's
because he's the one.
Can
Sure,
manipulate
whatever.
reality, but it doesn't make him invincible. Like, have you seen the second and third Matrix? He's not invincible.
I've just seen the
Yeah,
first
he almost
one,
dies a few times there.
but he does.
Second and third ones aren't even that good, but
But
Yeah.
that's an afterthought.
but
Alright,
still,
going
Neo
forward-
yeah,
beats
Neo
Predator.
definitely wins.
Yeah,
I think
going
Neo
forward, we should
wins,
use
but I,
characters in like a semi-powerful state, like not completely ideal, but not at the very beginning either.
Yeah.
our
There's a
last
lot of-
our last matchup till we go on to like the
Way to
second
go.
thing
The second bracket
is Bane versus Jack Sparrow.
Bane. Jack Sparrow's just a guy.
He is
Yeah,
just
but
a guy.
yeah, but Bane's
Jack
also just
Sparrow
a
is
guy.
Bane is strong as hell, dude. He's juicing.
Strong, but Jack Sparrow's got like a sword.
But
And
Bane
Neo-
actually,
but
but
Bane
but
can
Bane
get shot and
talks
it doesn't-
cool.
Bane can get shot and it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Why does it not matter?
About
It
undead
would
Jack
be
Sparrow.
very painful
or more.
Yeah.
for you.
True, Jack Sparrow can come back from Davy Jones' locker, so but it takes a whole lot of
But
effort.
he's Bane.
You gotta flip the boat. Yeah, it's Bane.
I still think Bane would win because
Yeah.
Jack Sparrow is not like a super strong guy.
Yeah.
He's just
Yeah.
a guy.
He's mostly just a guy.
Jack
Okay,
Sparrow's
so
just a guy.
so looks like Bane wins that one.
We
Yeah.
should have
So now we're gonna go back over to Baymax.
Second bracket. Who's
Ah.
Baymax up against?
Now,
How large of a bracket
some of-
is this?
some of these brackets are gonna have like characters that you haven't seen before on them because character like number wasn't exactly even.
Okay.
So they're like gonna be like
So
1, 2,
automatic.
3, 4. They're gonna be like 8 characters who like just kind of start ahead.
All right, can we go a little
All
faster?
right.
'Cause
Why
we're
don't we
already
just
like
pair?
50
Why don't we
minutes.
just pair those?
Sorry.
Characters, why don't we just pair those
Sonic
characters against each other?
Sonic versus Baymax.
Baymax.
Sonic versus Baymax. Wait, if
Probably
there's,
Sonic.
if there's
If
eight,
he has all the
extras-
emeralds, then he just like kills them.
Wait, Zach,
He
if
has
there's
half
8
the
extras,
emeralds.
why don't you just pair them against each other?
I don't know. Just gonna do it like this because I already had the bracket made. Um,
Okay.
Okay.
That's a whole lot of sense. Sonic didn't have to do anything to get to Baymax, but whatever. All right, so
We'll just know if one of these newbies wins, they didn't win for real.
Yeah, they have to
Okay.
win the imaginary final.
Yeah, they'll just live with imaginary guilt in their imaginary hearts.
Okay,
They'll-
so let's
they'll-
go.
they'll have beaten a bot or something like
Do
that.
you think Sonic
Yeah.
or Baymax would win?
Sonic.
Sonic probably. Oh wait, but hold on. He's just fast.
Yeah, that's the only thing he can do.
That's
Fuck.
but okay, but there's a difference between like being just like a fast child and then being fast,
Being a
but then
fast-
also
being-
being
being a fast
really
child
sharp and
edge-
being able to like
Yeah, he's
cut
poking.
through steel and stuff. Like Dash can't like go through
Dash-
solid objects, you know?
But Dash also has the super suit that what's her name made for him that can go through like that can't be penetrated by anything. Like remember, like she like threw fire and swords at it.
How many
whatever.
votes do we have for Sonic?
I'd say Sonic wins.
At Jack.
Because I
I
don't
will
know.
abstain.
You
This
can't
doesn't. That's not how it
Yeah,
works.
Yeah,
you have to
fine.
vote.
Need to
Fine. If I
vote.
had to pick one, Sonic.
Okay, that's automatically Sonic.
Okay.
Now it's Link versus Minecraft Steve.
Oh, this is a good matchup.
Yeah.
Link.
Link
Assuming
has-
he has like diamond armor and swords.
Did you
I
say
feel
Link Diamond?
Sorry,
Armor?
I mean
can definitely
Minecraft
Tank
Steve.
more hits, but Link just is so
Yeah,
much more
Link-
versatile that
Also-
I think Link.
Exactly. Link,
Yeah.
like Steve can
Link's
swing
like
a
Mega
sword
Man.
like a Steve
take,
can
like,
swing a
yeah.
sword like any normie, but Link has skill. You know, like
Link man.
Yeah,
Link has skill and abilities.
yeah. I think Link wins by
yeah, Link
Yeah.
definitely.
The main argument
next?
for Minecraft Steve would just kind of be like he can build like cover.
Yeah.
But-
We
But
need
Link
to
has
prepare it
bombs.
beforehand.
Yeah,
because
Link has
in that
bomb.
case, if
Yeah, but
Steve has
Minecraft
those
Steve has
feats-
bow and arrows.
if yeah, so does Link.
Yeah, so does Link.
Yeah.
I guess that's true.
Yeah. And Link
Okay.
has bomb arrows, so
And
Yeah,
ancient
that's-
arrows, and
they
ice
both
arrows, and
power-
We'll go
electric
on.
arrows,
We'll go
and
on to the
fire
next one.
yeah. Next round.
We've
Steve
got
arrows.
General Grievous versus Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool.
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 Yeah, I'd agree.
General
'cause
Grievous
Okay, Deadpool.
can't even use the Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
only-
you can't use the Force, then definitely the other guy.
Matt really is paying attention.
Deadpool can just kind of like shoot through him.
The other guy.
Even if Deadpool gets chopped in half, it doesn't really matter.
Exactly.
Yeah, General Grievous is just a guy.
Yeah.
Gandalf,
He's not
Gandalf
really a
versus
guy.
Wolverine.
Gandalf.
Yeah,
Yes.
Gandalf.
I'd definitely say Gandalf because
Fine, fuck off. Gandalf's gonna win this thing because you guys think so highly of him. I don't.
he has
He's
magic
good.
powers, so he can.
We
he
don't
can
even
definitely
know
beat
everything that he does. So if we're talking about
He's
things
old, okay?
he can do what?
Yeah, he's old, okay?
He's old, yeah. He's old.
He's old, yeah.
Hugh Jackman is
I feel
young.
like this bracket is slowly devolving from like thought out decisions to just like, oh, he's old.
That's how it
He's
works.
old,
That's how it
he's
works.
big.
That's how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
And then the losers are just he's just a guy.
He's just
Okay.
a guy.
Our next one is James Bond versus Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
Big
Ow.
Chungus. James Bond is just a guy.
Yeah.
James
he's just a
Bond
guy.
can shoot Big Chungus.
But
Big
Big
Chungus is just a
Chungus-
bunny.
Big
No, he's too
Chungus
big.
is a demon bunny. It doesn't matter.
He is
big.
more than a bunny. He is a god.
Okay, it looks like I'm outvoted.
You're outvoted. Seth.
Big Chungus.
He can just
Big Chungus.
absorb the
Big
bullets.
Funny
Big
to
Chungus
lose.
can hold his own against Thanos.
Okay, he can
and
absorb the
Sauron.
bullets and then crush him. I guess. This
Mhm.
next one's not even really
He
a
can do that
matchup.
cartoony thing where he absorbs the bullets and then shoots him back out with.
Yeah,
his stuff.
exactly.
Okay, our next battle is 40 Gremlins versus RoboCop.
RoboCop.
Definitely think
RoboCop,
RoboCop would
yeah.
win.
RoboCop. He can just
Yeah.
shoot them all. If the gremlins try and bite him, he's made of metal. So like
Yeah, so like,
He is. Gremlins
stand
have no chance. He just like
Mhm.
shred them.
Yeah.
The next one is slightly more difficult. It's Samus versus Iron Man.
Oh, that is kind of.
I'd have to say Iron Man.
Iron Man just
Yeah.
because he can fly and Samus can't. Honestly.
Wait, can Samus do the weird thing that people do in speed runs where you speed up really fast in a short amount of time?
Doesn't matter because Iron
Doesn't
Man
matter.
just completely destroys her. He has
Yeah.
so
How would he
much
do that?
versatility.
If we're talking about Endgame, especially Endgame Iron
Yeah.
Man, he has way more weapons. He has he has lasers up the wazoo. He can fly. I mean, there's so many things that he can do, just agility and weapon base that Samus can't. That
No,
makes
Like
him-
Yeah.
Samus does have some powerful beams and stuff, but
But
she
Iron
doesn't
Man has-
have.
Iron Man.
Iron Man has
probably also
equally
has
or even more powerful
beams.
stuff.
Samus
Yeah.
alone is
Iron
really
Man also
powerful.
has very powerful stuff.
And just
It'd
the
be very
fact, just the
powerful
fact
if you
that
considered
Iron Man,
like the weird
talking about-
bugs.
But
Just
you
the
also
fact
have to consider that Samus has a lot more experience than Iron Man does.
But-
Yeah.
Like, sure, Iron Man's
Iron
been
Man
in
can. Iron
been
Man
in
can
like
fly,
the
bro.
universe for like, maybe like 10, 20 years, but Samus has been like a bounty hunter her entire life.
But Iron Man can fly, and that means
Yeah.
he has more agility. That gives him the advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man is the winner. Next
Iron Man.
one is Snorlax versus Optimus Prime.
Oh, this is a tough one, guys. Definitely
Hmm.
Optimus
I think
Prime
this
could
would
just
be-
Optimus.
This would be a
Snorlax
stalemate.
so easily.
This
This
would be a
would-
stalemate.
He would just like step on him and then be like, "What was that?" And then just
but in
keep
like a
walking.
really, but in a really cool, deep robot voice. He's
Hey,
just
how
like,
tall are
what
they?
is that?
No,
Yeah.
but Stomp.
Fine,
Oh yeah,
well,
Stomp
depending
would be
what-
fighting type. Never
And
mind.
what
Yeah.
movie series you're talking about? Like 12 feet tall, I'd say is average.
Well,
for
Optimus
Optimus.
way taller than 12 feet.
Well, like 20
He's
feet.
like,
It's the length
I'd
of like
say
a
he's, like-
semi truck, and then like it's just upward.
Let's take
yeah,
Attack
he's
on
It's the
so
length of a
massive.
semi truck.
If we're talking about Attack on Titan, he's definitely smaller than a 15 meters. So
Snorlax is only 6'11".
yeah, Optimus wins easily. So, like Optimus has swords, so that's
Yes.
about it. Argument done. Swords.
Well, also
Snorlax would
Optimus
be
has like a
alive.
giant death gun.
Yeah, that too.
Okay, so our next matchup is Bowser versus Thanos.
Thanos.
I wonder who wins.
Thanos easily.
Okay, hold on. To give other
What about live action
other
Bowser?
fighters the benefit of the doubt, let's only give Thanos 3 stones of his choice, so he can't just snap him out of
Okay, so
existence.
the
right?
obvious
That's
three
kind of a
stones that-
given.
The obviously 3 stones you'd want to use are the power, the power stone, the space stone, and the time and the time stone.
You
Yeah.
know what I think that Thanos would do? This is my envisionment of the fight. What would happen is Thanos would use the Reality Stone to make Bowser think there was a pit of lava underneath him, and he'd get PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd have a panic attack. and
Or
Thanos would
alternatively, the
strike.
other way it could go. Thanos runs up and tries to attack. Bowser parries and does his up B, and then spins around and gets him to like 40% in one hit.
Okay,
But
we're not
Jack,
talking
this
about,
isn't
we're not
Smash. This
talking
is
about Smash. We're
I
talking
know.
about this Mario Brothers.
We're not talking about Smash. This is a real death battle.
This
I
is a
know.
real battle, Jack. Take it seriously.
Okay, so I think
No,
it's
it's
I
not.
think it's pretty given that Thanos would win.
Yep.
Okay, but what about Thanos versus live action Mario Bowser? With just
Oh no, that's a whole
not-
different
that's
story,
not
my
the
And
friend.
that's a whole different story that we're not going to get into in this
That's not a
episode. Next matchup is the Green Ninja versus Mega Man.
That's
Hmm.
actually hard.
I have no opinion. I do whatever Gabe says.
I think that the Green Ninja would not win.
Probably
I
not.
think Mega Man would win.
In the
'cause
way
he-
that Gabe,
Probably.
in the way that Gabe described Mega Man before, the Green Ninja stands no chance.
Yeah,
Mega Man.
because if Mega Man is armed with only like,
Even if he didn't-
half of his abilities, he still has just so much like ridiculously powerful stuff, like stopping time and
He's got like lasers and stuff. He could just stay at a
Yeah.
range and get him.
yeah,
Mega
Mega
Man
Man is the ultimate zoner.
Mega Man
Blade.
easy.
Metal Blade.
Next bracket.
Okay, yeah, Mega Man would win pretty easily. Next matchup is Indiana Jones versus Freddy
Ooh.
Krueger.
Indiana
Freddy-
Jones, I'd say.
Yeah,
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones.
I'd
Yeah.
say Indiana Jones
He has a
because,
gun and a whip. Freddy Krueger only has knife fingers. I think Indiana.
Yeah.
and assuming this isn't in a dream, even if Freddy Krueger could get his head chopped off, like Gabe said,
He can still
Doesn't
like
matter,
shoot him
he
in
can
the
just-
brain and
he
kill
could
him.
just shoot him twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot him twice and then throw him into a pit of snakes.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I think Indiana Jones would definitely
Indiana,
win.
yeah.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger's just a guy.
Yeah, he's just a
He's
guy.
just a guy.
It's Indiana Jones, but I mean,
Okay, shut up, Zach.
Indiana Jones is. Just,
We'll
This-
cross that bridge when we come to it. Soon
Indiana
we'll
Jones
call-
is just a guy with a gun.
Yeah, soon we'll call Indiana Jones just a guy.
next matchup is Darth Vader versus Master Chief. My only argument for Master Chief is Master Chief also has like a lightsaber type thing.
So I think what we need to consider here is that sure they both have their plasma type sword
But
weapon.
he has the Force.
But
I
Darth
think
Vader
that's
has-
the only way. the only way Darth Vader wins is with
So,
the
yeah,
Force.
the
I mean,
plasma-
Master Chief does have plasma grenades,
Okay.
also, which could
The pla-
stick him.
But he
and
could
then-
just send the plasma grenades back
Right
to
back at
Master
him.
Chief.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, see, for
Fair.
pairing up the abilities, it's lightsaber versus plasma cancel out, but then it's
Yeah.
guns versus the Force, and the Force would win. So
and
Okay.
like Kylo Ren, who's not nearly as powerful as Darth
He
Vader,
stopped-
can like
he stopped a
stop laser
laser
bolts. Yeah,
Yeah,
so he
okay.
can definitely stop bullets.
Darth Vader.
So, our next one is actually it turned out kind of ironic. It's Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Darth Maul.
Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan.
Kenobi-
Obi-Wan
Yeah,
Kenobi.
They
That's gonna be
beat
proven.
him that
in,
Obi-Wan
in
Kenobi
Rebels.
defeats
Yeah,
Darth Maul in canon twice. Yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah.
battle
exactly.
has already happened.
Yeah. 2 times he's already defeated. I think there's enough evidence right there to just say Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
Our next battle is Ultron versus Magneto, which is also slightly ironic because Magneto would
oh, yeah,
definitely win.
Instantly crush Ultron
Yeah.
because Ultron is made of metal. Yeah.
Ultron is made of metal, so Magneto kind of just
This is a very easy
Automatically
second
wins.
bracket.
What
Yeah.
type of metal is he made of, though? Is it magnetic?
It's
It don't- it
but
doesn't-
yes,
it's
it is.
vibranium. It's vibranium.
Yeah,
It's vibranium. Yeah, because Cap's shield has.
yeah,
that-
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so-
Okay.
Okay.
Our next matchup is Han Solo versus Waluigi.
Han Solo versus Waluigi.
Han Solo.
Han
has a
Solo
gun.
has a gun.
He's just a
Has
guy
a
with a
laser.
gun. though.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Waluigi has a
Solo
tennis
wins.
racket.
I hate to break it to you, Waluigi is just a guy. That's
Yeah,
all.
He can
Waluigi's
beat
just a
Shrek,
guy.
but Han Solo is crossing the line.
Yeah, Han
Yeah.
Solo.
Solo actually has like a weapon.
Han Solo
Anybody-
actually.
Anybody who has a weapon statistically has to beat someone who does not have a weapon.
Yeah.
Unless there's like extreme skill involved.
Unless this is an anime,
Okay.
then
Our next one is Neo versus Bane.
Neo because
Neo.
Neo
Neo.
definitely.
Bane is just
You can
a
just
guy.
crush his
Bane is just a guy. Yeah.
breather box or whatever.
Okay. So going back up again, and we've got Sonic versus Link.
Link.
I think Link would win. Sonic
Yeah.
is just fast. It doesn't.
Sonic
Sonic's
is
just
a fast,
spiky boy.
He's just
Link
a
Sonic
is
is just
fast
a
guy.
fast, spiky guy. Yeah.
Could block him, and then he would be dazed for a slight second, and he could stab him through the neck.
And then he's impaled through the back of the throat. Yeah, Link.
Link.
And Sonic cannot survive impalement due to, or contrary to popular belief.
Yeah.
He's
I
not
don't know if
fast
that's
enough.
popular belief,
No
but
matter how ironic that death is, he cannot survive impalement.
Yeah.
okay. So our next battle is Deadpool versus Gandalf.
Gandalf.
It's a little bit difficult,
Obviously,
but I
guys are
definitely say Gandalf.
What
Yeah.
name a Gandalf spell? Any spell right now.
Give me a
The one
second,
that
I gotta look it up.
Okay.
Magic.
Him being old.
He's got magic.
But Deadpool is immortal.
Okay, but Gandalf is old.
Okay, Deadpool wins here. That's all I'm saying.
Immortality is
Is a societal construct.
well because
That's not
there's two
necessarily
different
true.
types of immortality. There's like godlike immortality, which is that they can't die, and
Which
there's like
Deadpool has.
normal immortality where like they can't die of old age, but they
Yeah.
can still be killed.
No, but Deadpool has the godlike. If anybody, he's been cut in half several times. He's been blown up to just like little tiny bits. He cannot kill himself, and he cannot die. So like, there's Gandalf can't do anything, magic or not, to stop
But
that.
can't Gandalf just like teleport him to outer space?
It doesn't
and then
matter. He can't
can't
die.
Gandalf has like a fireball spell, a lightning spell.
Okay, well,
He
elemental
doesn't kill him, though.
spells
He just
don't do
needs to
anything.
remove
Okay.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Deadpool. No, but here's the thing: Deadpool has set himself on fire and exploded himself with fire. And I mean, I don't know about electricity, but I'm pretty sure since it's just accelerated heat and atoms, that it's the same. It had the same effect. I don't think it's really a question here that Deadpool could win.
Are there any spells that Gandalf can use that just like delete somebody? Because if he does, then
Unfortunately not.
Thwack.
Deadpool-
yeah, I think I have to say that Deadpool would actually win.
Yeah,
Okay.
Thwack.
What about the fact that
A
he's
surprising
Just
turn of
whack.
events. Deadpool
Gandalf
wins.
is just an old guy. All right.
Now we
Yeah,
have
Gandalf is just a guy.
okay. Now we have RoboCop versus Big Chungus. RoboCop. There's no
RoboCop.
way that Big Chungus wins.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
RoboCop.
gonna
Big.
say.
RoboCop
once
is
again-
made of metal. There's no amount of crushing or stabbing that Big Chungus could do that could break
Yeah,
him.
that's true.
What
RoboCop
about
would.
annoying him to death?
RoboCop would already shoot him and kill him to death.
But can't he
Has-
like absorb bullets though?
We already decided that, but I mean, RoboCop has a very, very good right hook, from what I understand.
Yeah, I'd say just RoboCop eventually
RoboCop.
would wear him down and kill him.
He
You have
could
to end
crawl
the reign of
inside Big
Big Chungus.
Chungus. He could crawl
Chungus is
inside
so
Big
big.
Chungus
Okay,
and kill
I
him.
think you're activating some like weird
That's kind
Not.
of weird, Zach.
I'm not.
thing in the corner
stop
of the
hating.
web, and now someone's gonna listen to this and make some
Made
artwork.
partly,
Yeah.
He's made partly of metal.
The bros
So
think
the
so.
acid in the stomach, not
Stop.
plan.
Just stop.
Stop.
Right
wouldn't
there.
kill him.
Stop
I'm
right
just
there.
saying.
Stop right
Okay,
there.
RoboCop
Yeah,
wins.
stop. I'm gonna get in trouble.
RoboCop wins. Iron Man versus Optimus Prime.
Ooh.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Ooh, that's kind of tough. Optimus Prime has more of a variety of weapons, seeing as Iron Man just has lasers. However,
No,
Optimus Prime both has lasers and a power sword. So I think I don't know.
I think Optimus Prime because
But here's another.
Just so big, and
here's
he's
another
got
thing. Yeah,
like Iron Man's weapons can't do damage on that big of a scale.
No, but here's the thing: is that Iron Man is far more agile, meaning that he's going to get off a lot more of the hits with his lasers than
Yeah,
Optimus.
but Optimus only needs one good hit and then he's
Yeah.
dead.
but
Yeah,
also
but
Optimus
Shoot
can turn
him,
into a
chop him
truck.
in half. Like Iron
Yeah,
Man's
that's
not
true.
immortal.
He can turn
He's just
into
a
a
guy in a
truck.
suit.
He can turn into a truck.
Yeah, he can also
Iron
turn
Man
into
got
a
on
truck.
that.
No, but here's
Yeah.
the thing: is that if we're talking about Endgame Iron Man with the nanobots, he can create a giant shield using all the nanobots on his body that can be as strong as possible to
But we're
deflect
not.
all the.
That's
talking about
strong enough to
mid-game.
deflect
We're not
like
talking.
Optimus's fusion cannon that like
If we're not talking about Endgame Iron Man, then he might not have won earlier matches.
Yeah, but his sword, I'm guessing, could go through his shield.
His nanobots.
yeah. Optimus has Cybertronian technology way more advanced than anything Iron Man can come up with.
Iron Man has technology way more advanced than any other Earth man can come up with.
I know, but Optimus is from Cybertron. They're millions of light years ahead of us. I'd
Yeah,
say
but
Optimus.
Iron Man has millions of dollars ahead of us.
He is a rich person.
He's just a rich guy.
He's just a
Fine.
money guy.
Okay, so is it
Two
decided?
hours.
Is it decided that Optimus Prime wins?
Yeah, I think Optimus wins.
Okay. Our next matchup is Thanos versus Mega Man.
Thanos.
That's a hard one.
Thanos.
Thanos.
Yeah, I'd say Thanos.
All
Because
right,
Mega
who's
Man
next?
can stop time, Thanos can rewind time, and that's more
Yeah.
powerful.
Okay, Darth Vader versus Indiana Jones.
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader.
Yes, Darth
Indiana
Vader
Jones
could
is
just
just a
chop him in
guy.
half. I don't know how
Indiana Jones
Indiana
is just
Jones
a
got
guy.
that far.
He got
I mean,
one
he
bra-
cheated, remember?
got
Because
one
he
bracket,
Yeah.
fought a
that's true.
bot.
He fought a bot
but-
before.
Also,
All of the
also
people
he
fought.
wasn't fighting against like someone super strong.
They all fought
Yeah.
bot Pikachu before. That's how they all won.
Okay, Obi-Wan Kenobi versus Magneto.
Obi-Wan's
Ooh.
lightsaber is made out of metal.
Magneto can
no, but-
steal his lightsaber.
Here's the
I
thing.
mean, he has the Force.
Obi-Wan has
but,
the
like,
yeah.
Force.
Here's the thing,
Obi-Wan's
guys,
one of the most
is that-
powerful Jedi.
Here's the thing is that Magneto, he has telekinesis for metal, but Obi-Wan has telekinesis for everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think
Obi-
if you think about
Obi-Wan
it,
wins here though. Honestly.
the main argument is which is stronger, Magneto's powers or the Force.
The Force.
Yeah.
The
But
Force
you
does-
don't know because like
it's Obi-Wan too. He's
Yeah.
very Force. I said
Obi-Wan is super experienced. Totally Obi-Wan.
okay, Obi-Wan wins.
Magneto is just a guy that does metal stuff.
Now it is Neo versus Han Solo. I'm just gonna say this one,
It's
Neo,
Neo.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Han Solo is just a guy with a blaster.
We are
Mhm.
on to the final four matchups.
Oh, dang.
Now we've
Yeah.
got
Almost in the
Link-
semifinals.
Link versus Deadpool.
Oh,
Link-
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No matter what Link could do to him, Deadpool will survive. So.
Yeah.
Plus, Deadpool has
I
guns.
agree.
Link is
Optimus
just a Link is just a guy.
Yeah.
Optimus versus RoboCop. I think this is pretty easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Optimus,
Optimus.
definitely.
Yeah. RoboCop's face is exposed, so even if his arm holds up, the laser cannon's gonna.
Next one is Darth Vader versus Thanos.
Thanos still. I'm gonna have to say Thanos.
Would still say Thanos. Yeah.
Yeah, probably Thanos still.
Like a slimmer margin, but yeah.
Yeah.
Probably Thanos, I
But
guess.
Yeah, this is probably the hardest Thanos has had to work to win a match so far.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no, Sauron is more powerful than Darth Vader, I'd say.
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
cheaped
first
him
match
out
was
and
hard.
said that you don't like the ring, so Thanos moved on. But whatever.
Yeah.
Well, because Thanos is. Never mind. Let's just move on. Let's keep going.
Okay. Our next one is Obi-Wan versus Neo.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Obi-Wan still. Obi-Wan still for sure.
I don't think
yeah,
Obi-Wan
has
would
more
win.
experience.
Let's just
Look
say,
at-
let's just say that the Matrix is our right, but that's Earth. That's only Earth. Obi-Wan is from a different planet where Neo's powers do not have any effect. Right.
Well, let's give Neo the benefit of the doubt and say that he can still manipulate reality at his will.
That's not
Obi-Wan
necessary.
just still has so much more experience
But-
than Neo
'Cause
does.
what if Neo is just a Jedi?
But
What?
he's
You
not.
know?
But
No,
he's,
but
but
what
he's
if-
Still not as good.
Yeah.
He's still not as good. Obi-Wan wins this one, I have to say.
Yeah.
Okay. So
We're on to the semifinals.
semifinals.
Ooh.
Got
This is on semi. What?
Deadpool versus Thanos.
Deadpool versus Thanos.
That's interesting, actually.
Yeah.
Probably Thanos.
Thanos can use the time stone to go back to a point that Deadpool isn't immortal.
Yes. Also, I think giving Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet in this situation was the wrong choice.
Why did you use Thanos or Sauron at all in that point?
Yeah.
I mean,
So Sauron
Yeah.
would have been fair. Thanos would not.
Yeah.
It was not ever
well, that's
fair.
the thing is that Thanos. That's the thing is that you shouldn't have used Thanos at all because obviously he.
Okay. Our
Thanos.
one of our last matchups is Optimus versus Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan can force Optimus's weapons away from him, and also force him
No.
to with his
No,
weapons.
his
Wait, is he,
weapons are
like-
like connected to him.
You
Yeah,
can
no,
force him
but-
away from him.
Yeah, no, but let's just say that you're
Force
using
him away. He
let's
just
just say
goes
that you're holding a sword at Obi's face, and or let's just say your arm is a pathetic, right? It's also a weapon. Obi-Wan can force that away. That doesn't matter. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter whether it's a part of you or not. It's of course you can.
But like Optimus is just so immense in mass. I feel like
Yeah.
Obi-Wan wouldn't be able to use
Obi-Wan
the
is-
Force as
Obi-Wan is
well
the
because he's
bigger
just
thing.
so massive.
Have you heard
Like
of
you saw,
this? Have you heard
you
of
saw
the
how
Zilla?
hard it was for Yoda to lift that X-wing. Like
Yeah.
Optimus is bigger than that,
It was
and
not
I
hard
know.
for Yoda to lift
Obi-Wan-
the X-wing. What are you?
yeah, he had to
talking
like
about?
close his eyes, and he was like all shaky and
He's
stuff.
old.
He's still
I know he
good.
was shaky.
He's still
Yeah.
more powerful in the Force than Obi-Wan ever was.
No. Okay, here's the thing: is that he was not struggling for one thing, and for two things, Obi-Wan is still immensely powerful.
Even if
I'd
it was,
say
it would come down to
Optimus.
skill.
There's no way Optimus
'Cause
does this. He doesn't
manipulation
have any
of, like,
magical abilities.
parts.
He literally steps on him. That's how he wins.
Obi-Wan moves out of the way or forces
Yeah.
Optimus's foot back up. He uses telekinesis. Optimus is just an object.
Yeah.
How do you think
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan has gotten this
definitely
far anyway? How do you think Darth Maul won against Harry Potter?
Okay, well, I suppose this also depends on whether Optimus has the creation.
Optimus is
matrix or
actually
not.
Optimus is actually not as tall as I thought he was. He's 19 feet tall, or 19 and a half.
That's
yeah.
still
Obi-Wan is about
Still really tall, but
Obi-Wan
it's
is
not
about
as tall as I
6
thought.
feet. Yeah, Gabe, you're making him sound like he's like 15 meters tall. He's not. So we need to like. I mean, he's not that tall, and that's what I remember.
Okay, what are the final votes?
I say Obi-Wan.
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 Say Optimus.
I say Optimus.
That's 3 for Obi-Wan, 2 for Optimus. Obi-Wan.
Okay,
wins.
so it
All
looks
right,
like
Obi-Wan
Obi-Wan wins. Our final matchup of the night is Thanos versus Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan for the win. Aha.
No,
I don't think so.
If we're
I'm
being
sorry to
realistic,
say.
no.
Yeah, it's Thanos.
Realistic.
if
I mean,
Thanos
I
beat
definitely
Darth
think
Vader, he
Thanos
can
The
beat
Optimus-
game
Obi-Wan.
was rigged from the start, picking
Yeah.
Thanos.
Zach, bad call using Thanos. That's all.
Okay, that was Gabe's idea. I don't take
And
the
you
blame
said
for
it
that.
was too powerful, and I was
Gabe,
like,
you-
okay, but then
Gabe,
you
you
still
asked-
put him in. I was
Then you-
joking.
Okay. So
Bad.
Thanos
Than-
won Our close contenders were Obi-Wan, Optimus, and Deadpool.
Pretty good lineup, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
What about
I think
Bowser?
it's a pretty good lineup.
Let's go
Bowser
on.
was not close to winning at all.
And this concludes the first episode of the Bruh Association. You can find us, Zach. Where can you find it?
The Bro Association podcast will be on the following platforms: Anchor, YouTube, and Spotify. To find it, you can just look up the Bro Association podcast. That's the Bro Association podcast on any of those platforms.
Everyone say bye.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody.
Bye.
Adios.